Hello and welcome to Oops I Dug Down. My name is Jax and today I will be showing you how to use the structure block accordingly. I know that in my last video I had used the structure block, but I was informed that it wasn't very helpful, so I'm posting this video to hopefully clear some of that up. So today we're just going to be making a simple water fountain. It's not going to be too difficult. We're just going to make it about 4 long. Put some end rods in the middle. Now this is just going to be small, something cute, nothing too extra or anything like that, just so that I can show you guys the basics of how we're gonna copy paste this. So when you want to get the structure block, you're going to go into your commands and you're going to type in /give space @ and then you're going to hit @s. That'll give it to yourself, and then type in structure block, structure_block. This will give you the block that you need. That'll allow you to duplicate anything that you make, really. So we're going to set it down, and when it first spawns in, it'll create this bounding box. Right now all you can see is the green line, which is the y-axis, and the white lines will be what encompasses what you were trying to copy. By that I mean when you click on this, it'll show you on the right hand side what is in the bounding box currently. So if you don't move it, it will just save the ground and the block that you currently have. Now as you can see, there are a red and blue line as well. The red line is the x-axis and the blue line is the z-axis because we are working in a three-dimensional space. Over on your left hand side, you want to make sure that you're in the save option. The load option is what we're going to use later. I'll walk you through that more in depth. And the corner is so that you can use it as a detecting block. I will also show you how to use that. So for the size, we're just going to actually scratch that. We're going to make sure that we're even with the ground, so we're going to put y is equal to 0. That way we're on the top of the ground. And then we're going to go out and we're going to see how far we need to do this. So since this is the beginning point, this will be the 0, 0 mark. So when you go back in, you're going to offset the bounding box from that mark. So if that's 0, 0, you want to move it over to negative, I believe it's 5 over, and it should encompass the entire thing. Now sometimes you do have to change the X as well, but it just so happened that it works for this piece exactly. We do want to change the bounding box height though, so we'll change the Y to a 6 and actually a 7 to include the water block in the top. And then before you can move on, you do have to name it. So we'll just name it water fountain. Now you can always just use this one block, but let me point out real quick that the bounding box did move over 1, so that you can see that this is what you have saved. When you go back in, you can hit the load option and then type in water fountain. That'll load up the block, and then you want to change the offset coordinates. We'll move the fountain along the z-axis again, and we'll move it -10 from where we're currently standing. When you do that, it should completely load in an empty block. When you exit out, it'll show you right next to it. This is where the next one will spawn when you click the load option. We're actually going to move it over -15. That way there's 5 blocks in between each fountain. I'm going to hit load, and then we'll go over and you'll see that there is an exact replica of the water fountain that we just created. You can do this wherever you want. You can even pick up the block and move over here and do the same thing. So you click down on load, type in water fountain, and hit 0 for this, and then you can load it and it'll be right there. Okay, so you can take this anywhere you want, even into different worlds, just to duplicate hard structures, easy structures, whatever works. Or even if you have to do a lot of different builds, you can do that. For the corner blocks, what you're going to do is you're going to put one down here, select corner. We're going to do WF and save it as that. And then you have to go up here. Go like that. Go back to corner. And then you go to save, type in WF, and then hit detect. And it'll load in exactly what you were looking for, where it's at compared to the current block that you're at. And then you can click save and repeat the process. That is how you use that one. And overall, that's how you use the structure block. If you have any questions, post down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next video.